The Maraxian fleet was dead. 17 capital ships gone. 40,000 lives vanished. Silence stretched across the command bridge, broken only by the hum of failing sensors. Admiral Trax's scales flattened in disbelief. The Void Dominion's attack had been precise, brutal, unstoppable. Then, a blip. An unknown vessel emerging from Vector 73. Not broadcasting identification. Energy signatures that defied logic. Its hull was massive, functional, brutal. No elegance, no diplomacy, just raw power. "Admiral, it's moving toward the Dominion ships," his officer whispered. Speed that seemed impossible, and then the Dominion fleet began to die. One by one. Across the stars, humanity's first interstellar battleship appeared, the UES Thunderchild. Helina Frost, seasoned, calm, unflinching, took command. Her crew of 142 men and women moved like a single organism, precise, lethal, ready. The humans weren't just responding, they were rewriting the rules. They had spent their entire history preparing for war, though they hadn't known it. And now, the galaxy would see what that meant. The Thunderchild engaged its revolutionary Mobius drive. Space itself rippled around it. To the Dominion fleet, it appeared everywhere at once, ghosting, striking, vanishing, returning. Humanity had arrived. The Dominion fleet didn't know what hit them. Ships that had obliterated entire fleets now struggled to track a single human battleship. The Thunderchild flickered across their sensors, here, there, everywhere, striking at command vessels with devastating precision. Energy beams tore through shields. Systems overloaded. Panic spread like wildfire. On the bridge, Admiral Helina Frost remained calm. Every order was deliberate. Fighters launched, weaving between enemy fire, missiles intercepted mid-flight. The humans were unstoppable, not just stronger, but smarter, faster, deadlier. Target their command ship. Now! Frost commanded. Her tactical officer obeyed instantly. The Dominion flagship shuddered as simultaneous strikes crippled its defenses. The Dominion had assumed humans were weak, emotional, unpredictable. They were about to learn just how wrong they were. Every strike carried a message: attack life and face annihilation. Even across the stars, allies of the Dominion paused, watching in disbelief. Humanity had arrived, not to negotiate, not to beg, but to dominate. The Dominion fleet was unraveling. Their formations broke apart as the Thunderchild appeared in impossible locations, striking from angles no one thought possible. Smaller human fighters darted through the chaos like shadows, dodging beams of energy and tearing through enemy hulls. Admiral Trax watched in horror as his command vessels crumbled. Their weapons fired blindly, their tactics failing against humans who anticipated every move before it happened. Humanity's history had taught them adaptability, ingenuity, and relentless determination, and now, those lessons were lethal. Frost's voice cut through the comms, calm but lethal. "We protect life. You threatened it. Every action has a cost." Dominion officers realized too late. Humans didn't just fight, they reshaped the battlefield. Each strike, each maneuver was precise. Each destroyed ship was proof. The galaxy had always underestimated humanity. And every miscalculation was fatal. The first capital ship of the Dominion shattered into debris, engines exploding, as the Thunderchild vanished and reappeared behind another. The battle was far from over, but the message was clear. Humans were not to be trifled with. The Dominion fleet panicked. They had never faced an opponent like this. Every attempt to regroup ended in disaster. The Thunderchild ghosted across their lines, striking where least expected, vanishing before return fire could connect. Human fighters swarmed, coordinating in perfect harmony, intercepting missiles and disabling enemy weapons systems with surgical precision. On the bridge, Frost's eyes scanned the battlefield. She didn't flinch, didn't hesitate. Humanity had trained for centuries, through history, conflict, survival, to perfect this moment. Every strike told a story. Humans defend their own, and they strike with unforgiving justice. A Dominion capital ship tried to escape. The Thunderchild appeared above it, below it, to its sides, impossible angles, impossible speeds. One precise salvo tore through its command hull. The ship was crippled, drifting lifelessly in space. Frost's voice was steady over comms, echoing across the battlefield. You believed us weak. You believed us vulnerable. You were wrong. The Dominion realized something terrifying. This wasn't just a counterattack. Humanity had arrived to decide the outcome of the war. The Dominion fleet was falling apart. Their strongest ships were disabled. Engines failed. Weapons offline. Panic rippled through the remaining commanders. The humans weren't just fighting, they were executing a symphony of destruction, every maneuver calculated, every strike precise. The Thunderchild advanced toward the enemy flagship. It flickered across the void, appearing simultaneously at impossible point. Energy beams struck from every direction. Missiles tore into the hull. The colossal ship shuddered, systems failing one by one. Frost's calm voice rang across the comms. You attacked without mercy. You will be repaid in kind. Every Dominion vessel that dared approach fell into the same deadly pattern. Smaller fleets tried evasive maneuvers, but the humans anticipated each step. Their history had prepared them for this, and now every lesson, every hardship, every challenge became a weapon in the galaxy's greatest defense. Admiral Trax's face darkened as his fleet crumbled around him. Humanity didn't just fight back. They defined what it meant to protect life across the stars. Silence fell over the battlefield. The Dominion fleet was shattered. Smoke and debris drifted across space, lit by distant stars. Human ships hovered, engines humming, shields glowing faintly, a calm, lethal presence. The war was not just halted, it had been decisively ended. Admiral Helina Frost watched as the remaining enemy vessels attempted retreat. There was no celebration on the Thunderchild, only quiet satisfaction. Humanity had defended its allies, destroyed an unstoppable force, and avenged countless lives. Nova Haven, Maraxio, and every colony threatened would not be forgotten. Communications across the galaxy carried a single, chilling message. You threaten life. You challenged humanity. This is your only warning. Yet sensors picked up something new, massive energy readings from uncharted space. A presence unlike any fleet, ancient and intelligent, approaching at impossible speeds. Humanity had won this battle, but the galaxy still held threats beyond imagining. And when the next challenge arrived, the angels of Earth would be ready. The unknown presence loomed, a shadow across the stars, vast and intelligent. It had watched the battle, studied humanity's fleet, and now approached with a slow, terrifying inevitability. But the Thunderchild and her fleet were ready. Every ship, every fighter, every human mind was linked by strategy, training, and unbreakable resolve. Frost's voice rang out, calm and lethal. You threaten life. You challenge humanity. This is your reckoning. The human fleet advanced. Energy beams tore through the darkness. Fighters darted like living shadows, missiles exploded mid-flight, shields flared, and massive dreadnoughts unleashed simultaneous volleys with surgical precision. Every strike was a message. Attacking the innocent brings annihilation. The alien presence faltered. For the first time, it hesitated. Humanity didn't just defend. They dominated, they punished, they shaped the galaxy's rules. Nova Haven, Maraxio, and every threatened world had been avenged. The sky had turned human. Across the stars, every civilization would remember one truth: never underestimate Earth. Humanity protects its own, and nothing can stop it.